Nicki Minaj deserves her own song on the Barbie soundtrack. I want to preface this by saying that yes, I am a diehard Nicki Minaj fan, but I'm also a diehard Barbie fan. I always talk about how growing up as a young girl in a Black community, a lot of my peers would call me Barbie because I was hyper feminine, I was girly, I loved pink. They call me Barbie because they said I wanted to be white. I always talk about how Nicki Minaj got on the scene, those girls flipped their script and started calling themselves Barbies, and I no longer was called Barbie because Barbie wasn't an insult anymore. I also want to mention that I'm from New York City, I'm from Brooklyn, so obviously we were listening to Nicki Minaj before she was a mainstream celebrity and artist. That meant that Nicki Minaj did not need to become mainstream in order for girls to start becoming influenced by her and by proxy start holding positive feelings towards the Barbie brand. Nicki Minaj made Barbie fetch for a lot of Black people, other people of other races as well, but since this is my experience and I'm Black, I'm going to talk solely about us. This is not to say that there aren't people who have been influenced or inspired by other celebrities or public figures to start calling themselves Barbies or start looking at the Barbie brand in a high regard. However, no one has put on for Barbie the way that Nicki Minaj has. I would say no celebrity. When I think about the ladies who have put on for the Black Barbies, of course, I'm thinking about Kitty Black Perkins, who was a chief designer over at Mattel. She designed the first ever Black doll named Barbie in the 1980s, of course, not to be confused with the Black Francie in the 60s. Then we have Stacey McBride Irby, who was the creator of the Soul and Style fashion dolls. They were a spin-off of the Barbie dolls, but still canonically in the Barbie universe. If you watch the Black Barbie documentary on Netflix, you probably already know this stuff already. However, before the documentary came out, I created a thread on social media where I got a shout out from Shonda Rhimes as well as the director of the documentary, Lageria Davis. So sorry if I mispronounced your name. But yeah, big Barbie. Anyway, I have to shout out Little Kim, Black Barbie dressed in Bulgari, of course. We have the point of this video, Nicki Minaj, who created an entire Barbie movement. To add to my already long-winded point, back in Hot Barbie Summer 2023, when everybody was dropping their Barbie merch, Hot Topic actually had items inspired by Nicki Minaj looks, and they even had Barbie chains. That's where I got my first Barbie chain, actually. I know that's kind of crazy, but yeah, Nicki Minaj and Barbie, closely tied. Since Nicki has impacted how demographics view Barbie, when it came down to the Barbie movie and the Barbie soundtrack, I really feel like she should have had her own solo song. Yes, I love Barbie worlds. I do enjoy some of Ice Spice's music, so this is no shade to her. I actually look forward to her verse on Barbie worlds, but I think because of the impact Nicki has made, she should have had her own thing, respectfully. I personally believe if there is a Barbie 2, 3, 4, 5, I do think Nicki Minaj should have songs on every single album, or maybe she should be in the movie. I don't know. And I know people will be like, oh, that's so dragged, but listen, the proof is in the pudding. A lot of y'all would not even think about Barbie in this way if it wasn't for Nicki Minaj and her decades of influence.